So one of my last videos was the Ducati tank and how much of a mess it was. And just to get it to that stage was $300, it was close to, I think it was about $300. Needed to be spent to find out how bad the tank was, but now I need to find ways of saving cash. Now, here's something that's quite easy. You really need no real skill to do it, and also you only need about 30 bucks worth of tools. And just recently I had to have the engine block cleaned. It was done by a classic wet blast. Now they use a media to clean it, and although it looks super clean, there's bits of media all through the recesses of the engine. Now, problem is, if you leave that with the shop, that means they're gonna have a mechanic on it, and to do all the engine, by the time you clean it, you're looking about 2 hours. There's 2 shop hours that they've got to charge someone, that's you, so you're better off doing it yourself. Now, it's not that hard. If I run my finger across there like that, you'll see bits, I don't know if you can see that on my thumb, but that's what you need to clean off. Now, all I'm going to do is initially clean my thumb off, but first, can't use a good shirt, we'll need an older one, so much better. While I've got you here, go check out Throttle Down Under's website. Links in the description below. He has excellent shirts, good quality, and the artwork on them is fantastic. Not going to get that one dirty. An old Roads of Oz shirt will do just fine. All right, so all we're going to do is blast it, and the tools you need, little bottle cleaner and a tap set, which you can get from Bunnings. Now, these 2 items, plus this, 30 bucks. So can't go wrong there. But first, we're going to hose this all down, and then we're going to dry it, and we'll do that outside, eh? Now, you don't need anywhere special. Top of your bin will do nicely. Just need a hose, and we're just going to hose all the bits out. Stand back because you don't want to get too wet. Hose in all the holes. So we're just going to hose it all out. Stay back a bit from it because you don't want to drench yourself. Now let it drain off. Now on a really hot day, you can just let the sun beat down and that will dry it quickly. But we've got an overcast day, it's not that great, so here's a tip. Now I've got this tip using a little air blower. I'm going to adopt the Toolman Taylor approach from Home Improvement. That's showing my age a bit, isn't it? I'm going with more power. And just keep flipping it over and drying it. Almost there. You get the general idea. Once it's pretty dry, let the rest of it evaporate, then onto the next stage. Now my nice little Tittle bottle brush can get into awkward spots and just cleans it out nicely. It's not always perfect, but you'll do a decent job. Sometimes you're just better off with the bristles. The whole idea is just to get in there and clean it out. All right, so the next stage is open up your new tools. And all we're going to do is find a hole. And we just find a hole and very carefully just clean the thread. So you're not re-threading it, you're just actually cleaning the thread. So there shouldn't be much resistance. When you do come up against a bit of resistance, half an extra turn and just take it backwards. Take it back out. And clean off any grime. Do this on all of the threaded holes, and that will keep your mechanic nice and happy. Again, you're just cleaning it out. Just do it very gradually, very slowly. You'll get a bit of gunk coming out of it, maybe a bit of water you missed. That's okay. Just take your time, don't rush, and definitely don't force it. When you're doing when you're cleaning up threads, it shouldn't take any more than 2 fingers turning pressure. If it takes any more, you've either got it cross-threaded or there's a heap of gunk in there. It's normally the former that you've got it cross-threaded. So just take your time, be very gentle to start. once you get a feel for it, it's actually quite easy. As you can see, it's quite fiddly, so you can picture the shop would either give this to their apprentice or even a tradesman, doesn't matter, they're going to charge you the same because it's still shop time. Just when you're done, you can probably see the gunk on there, give that a clean off and ready for the next one. Very slow process, but it's better you doing it than a shop. It's not out of your expertise level. You're not, so I normally just hand thread it, a couple of turns. If you're turning it like that, you got the thread right. Thread it correctly. And then you go there, just, this is the easy one. So you go all the way down, back it off. 2, 3, 4 turns, back it off. When it gets tight, that's when you back it off. If it gets really tight, undo it and pull everything back up to the top. Chances are it's full of gunk and you need to get that swarf out of there. All we're really doing is making sure we're not creating more work for my mechanic, which in turn costs more money for me. Even if they like you, this still costs money. Clean, move on to the next one. I think you get the general idea. Alright, so you can see a bit of trapped gunk coming up on this one. That's very slowly. That's the whole idea in doing this, is getting all that crud out. And it's one expense your mechanic doesn't have to charge you for, because you've done it. And out she comes. That's why I say wipe it earlier, otherwise we'll just suck it back in. Clean all that out. And move on to them. If it looks pretty cruddy again, hit it again. See any water pooling, just wipe it down, preempt it all. There we go, that's looking pretty good. All right, we'll move on to the next one. And you just go around and you clean them. My tip is find all the holes. You could even mark which ones you've done, just put a bit of tape on them. But you're not trying to re-thread it, you're just trying to clean out the thread. So that should go nicely. I think these are pretty clean. Yeah, there's not much in there. So that's a win. But normally when they come straight from the wet blasters or any sort of blasters, all your holes will be full of media, so make sure you give that a good clean out. Anyway, that's pretty much it from me. I hope you found this video interesting. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next vid.